Do you want to make money doing something you enjoy? Would it be nice to earn income from your passions? Have you tried before but had little success? In this video, I'll show you how most people approach business and what you should do instead. Watch to the end to see how James made his passion profitable by using this simple step-by-step method. I've attached a free downloadable guide to help you make your passion profitable. This is Growth Guide, your guide to growing your wealth. The biggest issue with passion projects is this skewed perspective. I love this, so others must love it too. This is a terrible assumption to have if you want to make your passion into a business. The reality is that most businesses fail. Often, it's because they fail to identify the wants and needs of the market. Instead of validating what the market wants and finding a solution to fulfill the market's needs, they build products or services that they would want to buy and try to find a market to sell to. Do not fall into this trap. If you want to make your passion profitable, you need to approach this with your business cap on. Otherwise, just enjoy it as a hobby and let go of the idea of making it profitable. To save you months, if not years of misery, follow these simple steps to make sure you are approaching this the right way. To make your passion profitable, you need to 1. Identify a qualified market niche and ideal client. 2. Research the market's wants and needs. 3. Build an MVP and sell immediately to validate proof of concept. 4. Improve as you keep selling. 5. Identify how you will pivot so you can build a scalable business. Let's briefly visit these steps and identify the actionable steps. Step 1. Identify a qualified market niche and ideal client. If you try selling to everyone, you'll end up selling to no one. Your business needs to be aligned to an ideal client within a niche market. So you could align your branding, messaging, and targeted efforts to attract your ideal clients. Brainstorm who exactly you want to serve and identify which market niche they fit in. The next thing you need to consider, how much money is this type of person willing to spend? If you build your business to help people who cannot pay, that's not a business, that's a charity. Nothing wrong with charity work, but not the objective we are after. For example, if you pick the fitness market and you want to serve the young mums niche, you're better off targeting stay-at-home mums who are very well off and want to invest in their fitness, rather than single mothers who are struggling financially. I know it may seem mean, but remember, you are building a business, not a charity. Now you must qualify this market niche and ideal client by researching products and services that are already serving this market. The more stable businesses in the niche will qualify that this market is profitable, because if it wasn't profitable, those businesses would not be around. Step 2. Research the market's wants and needs. What is the best way to know what people want? Simply ask them. Based on your profile of your ideal client, you need to find these people and start engaging with them. Look on Facebook groups, social organizations, social groups, etc. Wherever these people are, you need to get into conversation with them. The questions you want to ask are, what is your biggest pain point? What would you pay for a solution? What would a solution look like? How much would you pay for the solution? They will tell you exactly what they struggle with, what they want, and how much they are willing to pay for it. People love talking about themselves. Once you find the right forums to discuss with your ideal clients, it's often easy to get them talking about themselves. You should try and aim for at least 20 responses to get a good gauge of what the market wants. This is a critical step to avoid wasting time and money building something that no one wants. For example, in the young mums niche, you may assume the best solution to their problems is a diet plan and workout routine. But what they really want to buy are pre-packed smoothies to make their routines easier. Don't guess, ask. Step 3. Build an MVP and sell immediately to validate proof of concept. Now you have all your information, build an MVP, minimal viable product. The aim of this step is to validate that you have a solution people would pay money for. Avoid the trap of perfection. You need to build the solution quickly, then try and sell it to your ideal clients in the market niche. Unfortunately, sometimes people just love to talk about solutions they want. But when it comes to buying, they don't get out their wallets. You want to keep testing and finding a service/product that your ideal client cannot resist. It must be a very low barrier transition, meaning they are very willing to buy this from you. Be quick and create what they want and see if it sells. If it doesn't, keep trialing and adjusting until you find something that you can build with. This is called proof of concept. Step 4. Improve as you keep selling. Once you find what works and start building an audience, the worst thing to do is to stop. You need to keep selling and keep adjusting along the way. You have built some momentum, do not let that stop. Step 5. Identify how you will pivot so you can build a scalable business. Now you have a validated product/service for your qualified ideal client in your market niche. Things are working, but now you need to evaluate the operations of your business. You need to consider how you will scale this business. Scaling a business is how you grow it to serve more people. So, for example, if you are making those pre-packed smoothies for the young mums, you need to look at avenues to scale the production so you can serve more people. It's all about resource management. How can you manage your resources so you can serve your growing audience? But do not put the cart before the horse. Do not invest in scaling if you have not built enough demand for your product or service. James and George work together. They both have an interest in fitness and want to build a side business. The idea is to make their passions profitable so they can make an income doing what they like. George is mega excited and started brainstorming products and services that he would want to sell. He knew that training and dieting were fundamental to weight loss, so George started building fun training and dieting programs. Then he figured out he would need a website, so George dived in and started building a nice website to sell his programs. James started by first identifying who his ideal client would be and how much money they are willing to spend. He brainstormed and figured he wanted to help professional men with busy lives lose weight. He targeted men who had disposable incomes. He knew that they would have extra money to spend on a solution to their problems. James then joined Facebook groups and social networks where his ideal clients would engage. He eventually learnt that many of his ideal clients played social sports weekly. He talked to them at the weekly social sporting events and asked them questions. James found that their problem was a lack of time. His ideal clients were very willing to spend money on a solution which was easy and effortless. James brainstormed ideas and thought he could run a pre-packed protein smoothie service. He took this idea to his ideal client and inquired, "Would you buy this?" James got an overall positive response for his solution. He got to work straight away, creating pre-packed smoothies. James focused his efforts on creating 3 simple options and trialed them with his test group. After many adjustments, he had a winning product that his ideal clients flocked to. He tested different price points and set his prices accordingly. Now James created a simple website that his clients could order from. He ran a simple marketing campaign at social sporting events. James's business grew, and then eventually James had to outsource his production to a local commercial food kitchen. Things were going great. James took the time to learn what his ideal clients wanted and just delivered, resulting in great traction. George created his website and social media pages trying to sell his programs. He had little success. He thought, maybe if I ramped up my marketing, things would do better. George made regular social media posts about his training program and diet plans. He had some conversions, however not much progress with his business. Unfortunately, because George failed to identify his ideal client, all his marketing efforts were not targeted to grab the attention of a market niche audience. He could not build any trust or authority in the marketplace because his messaging was too fragmented. When you try talking to everyone, you end up talking to no one. George fell into the trap of trying to sell to everyone and ended up selling to no one. After months of frustration, George eventually gave up on the idea of selling programs and started to try other products to sell. As time flew, George had little traction. Rather than identifying who his ideal client was and what they wanted, George kept creating products and services that he thought people wanted, resulting in no traction and a lot of frustration. This is what most people do. Just like George, they put the cart before the horse and create products or services that no one wants. This is why you must start with identifying your ideal client in your niche market. It's best to ask them exactly what they want and if they are willing to spend money. Then create and test solutions to their problems. Once you have a winning solution, then you can set up the other components of the business and scale. Whose approach was wiser? James, who built a business on the market's wants and needs, or George, who tried to build a business based on his wants and needs? Never dive in without doing your research. You will end up building something no one wants, resulting in months of wasted effort and a whole lot of frustration. To summarize, don't fall into the trap of thinking, I love this, so others will too. To make your passion profitable, you should follow these steps. 1. Identify a qualified market niche and client. 2. Research the market's wants and needs. 3. Build an MVP and sell immediately to validate proof of concept. 4. Improve as you keep selling. 5. Identify how you will pivot so you can build a scalable business. I've attached a free downloadable guide in the description below outlining these steps in further detail. If you find these resources of value, then hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Remember, don't build something no one wants. The best way to know what people want is simple. Ask them. Hit the subscribe button and view the next video and get more simple guides to grow your wealth.